Hey everybody, hi. It's me. It's Hoop. Ho ho ho. It's Christmas. It's the holidays. I know I haven't been around much recently, and I think I'm sorry. I don't know. I'm not really. You know what I mean? Like it was just we needed a break, and life was happening, and shit's been crazy for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Everybody involved in this project, and then just everybody in general. Like I think that you felt it too, right? Like everyone did. Like it's been a fucking crazy holiday season. But now I guess we're almost done. You know, it's Christmas now. So Merry Christmas if you fuck with that. If you don't, you know, enjoy your time off of school or off of work. I hope you have at least some respite from your normal life right now. You know what I'm saying? Like that's at least the best you're going to get, unfortunately, in a culture that is dominated by Christianity, especially the white American flavor of Christianity, where people pretend to give a shit about Christ. And the Christian bullshit that comes with Christmas. You know, they give a shit for about 3 hours a year. God forbid you stray, you know, away from that. But regardless, happy holidays, everybody. You know, I don't know. I wanted to jump on here and do an episode. I know it's been a while, but yeah, I mean, I hope that everyone's holiday was okay. You know, my shit was weird. Everyone's shit was weird. You know, it's the second holiday season that we've had during the pandemic, and it's weird. I mean, like there's no other way to really put it, right? Depending on, you know, your situation, social, economic, or otherwise, like you're making concessions, you are making sacrifices, you are doing things that you don't want to. You know what I'm saying? You have to make really tough choices. It sucks, you know. And holidays aren't supposed to suck, you know. And this isn't like me getting into like religious anything, but you know, regardless of how you feel about the church or you feel about religion or you feel about whatever, like the holidays are supposed to be at least enjoyable a little bit, right? You know, you're supposed to be around people that you like, your chosen family at least, if not like your blood relatives. You know, you eat food that you like, you exchange presents sometimes, you at least exchange well wishes and good cheer and all that stuff. And I hope that you were able to do that in some capacity. I know that it's really hard, you know. I don't know anyone who's really doing well economically right now. You know, like I spent way too much money than I should have on Christmas, and I didn't even do anything cool. I didn't even buy anybody anything fucking crazy. I just like tried to cover my bases. Yeah, you know what I mean? I did that thing where like I don't check my bank account because I get really anxious about it, and then when I finally do, it's like, how the fuck did I spend this much money? Then I kind of spiral, and it's like, what can I give back? What can I return? What can I downsize? And I'm not going to do any of that shit because I'm too lazy to, but I'm just going to be very anxious until my next paycheck hits, even though, you know, the first of the month and whatever. But, you know, it is the holidays, and I don't know. I thought that last year, you know, our first COVID Christmas was going to be the worst one. I don't know if this one's worse or not. I don't know if we've normalized COVID setting, you know, in terms of like holiday, you know, stuff. And like, I don't know. I don't know if this is the new normal. I don't know if we have to now adjust and take this into consideration moving forward. But like, this one was kind of rough. You know, the lead up to it was very stressful, was very intense. The execution, you know, was fine. You know, like all things considered, I think that like, you know, the people that I celebrate with in whatever capacity did a pretty good job of holding everything together and making the best of everything. I legitimately hope that you did too. You know, because it's tough right now, right? And we've had a really shitty year, a really long, dark, shitty, stressful year. God only knows what your family's like, because I really don't want to get into mine. You know, between, you know, normal stuff that happens, right? People get old, people get sick, relationships change socially, right? Like, there will be new additions to your family, there will be subtractions to your family, the dynamics generally change. And that shit happened before the pandemic and before, like, politics became pop culture and everyone needs to have an opinion about everything, right? Like, when we were kids, it was already stressful enough and shitty enough, and now, like, there are things that really matter, proverbially on the table. So I can only imagine how stressful it is for you, my dearest listener. And I hope it was, and I hope that you are fortunate enough to be in control of your own destiny in terms of the holidays. That's a big thing that I learned this year, you know, is putting my foot down. Because, like, I don't know, I feel like I never think of myself as being an adult, even though I'm 30, soon to be 31, right? So like if I was a kid and I looked at like a 31-year-old man, I'd be like, oh yeah, that's a grown ass dude. Like that person is in control of their entire life. I'm not. I don't feel that way. I don't know if you do. Like, I don't know how old you are, but I would imagine you're at least in your 20s, maybe 30s, maybe even 40s. I don't fucking know. But do you feel like you're in charge of your own shit? Because I don't. Especially when it comes to the holiday stuff, especially Christmas, especially the ones where people give a shit, right? Kind of just like get told where to go and what to do. And that's sort of been my whole life. That has been my relationship to the holidays. That has been something that I've just sort of like given up on, right? Like when the holidays come, I have certain people in my life. Some are permanent fixtures. Some, have more tenuous, relationships to me. So they come and go. But while they're in my life, they have a say of what I do. Being like partners and friends and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And I normally just get told, be here at this time, bring this, dress this way, and that's it. I can't be the only one, right? I know that at least some of you guys listening have that too, You sort of just get sent like a loose itinerary and you have to like kind of grin and bear it. Maybe you can do some stuff you want to do, but you just know like, I'm going to see some people I don't really care about. I'm going to have to do a lot of driving. I'm going to have to deal with that one relative, that one friend, that one person who's always around, and you got to play nice and grin and bear it and all that, right? Luckily, I'm in a position now with the people who I have been surrounding myself with. And just for the record, like the show has been taking a break. Everything is fine in my life and Andrew's life, and I will speak for Andrew and say that he's in a good place. I'm in a better place than I have been in a very, very long time. I don't want to get into it and compare and contrast situations, and you know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to do that. I don't like it when people be like, this is the best I've ever felt. And it's like, well, there were people around who thought that you were doing pretty good. You know what I'm saying? But I will say that, like, all things considered, I'm in a very good place. I'm surrounding myself with very good people, very healthy people who are make me feel healthy, people that are pushing me to kind of be a better person. And part of that has been like learning boundaries socially. So this has been like a very good holiday season for me because I'm finally like developing the courage and developing like the wherewithal to be like, hey, I don't want to do that. Or, hey, I'm going to tell you what I'm doing and you can plan around it, right? Like, I'm not sticking up for myself, but I'm being assertive. And that was something that was like very painful for me to learn. But now that I'm doing it, like, I don't know why it took me this long. You know what I mean? Like, I was always afraid of how people would react, like family members or friends, when I say, I don't want to do that. I'm not going to be there at that time. I have other things to do. Like, I was just so used to kind of like being vaguely unhappy during the holidays to a certain extent because I have no control over what I'm doing. And now I've been encouraged to sort of say my piece, and you know what I mean? And now I am. And it's sick. It's great. It's awesome. And I'm like really, really excited like about what's happening. But this was the first year where I sort of set my own schedule. I let people know what I wanted to do and wasn't really just kind of like at the mercy of other people, and it was great. And that's the only thing that's really different this year for me, like, aside from like the COVID stuff and people being weird and people being uncomfortable and like the political whatever that is just like surrounding all of us. But this has been a good year for me. Towards the end of the year, this has been a good holiday season for me, at least. And I hope that it has been for you too. As we look back and reflect on the year, I hope that this was a year of growth and change. It has been for me. And I hope that the holidays served you well. I hope that you ate good food. If you exchanged gifts, I hope you got good gifts. If you give gifts, I hope the people were stoked on the shit that you gave them. That's my favorite part of the fucking holidays. You know what I'm saying? My favorite thing to do is to give people gifts that I know they like. I think I said this on here before. I have like a little notes. The notes app on my phone. I have like a running like list of shit that people like that they'll say throughout the year. So then it makes gift shopping very easy. But I hope that everyone had a good holiday, and I hope that everyone is having a good time in general. And I will be speaking to you very soon. Thank you for continuing to listen to the show. Honestly, for real, it's pretty sick that you're still around. But that's it. That's the end of this year's Christmas episode, the second Christmas episode, I guess. If you like the show, please continue to listen. I know that episodes have been sporadic. That will be changing. I know I said that before, but this time I really mean it. Trust me, stick with us. This is for real. If you like the show, please like and subscribe. Give us a 5-star review wherever you listen to podcasts. You can find The Hatening on all social media platforms, and from there you can find the individual profiles from myself and Andrew. I'm everywhere at Lord Hoopert. Andrew, the super producer, is everywhere at Mandutron Says or Future Sucks. We do 2 other shows, Bolsheviks, which is like a politics thing, and then The Fish That Breaks the Surface, which is a Berserk book club. We do both of those with other people. They're all really good friends. Please check those out. Support everybody involved in all those projects. But look, take care of yourself and the people around you, and don't ever fucking forget to tell your friends you love them.